Christian fans making it known that they are going to get into his head.
One, Mackenzie Haley, she's averaging about 15 points a game. How do you stop that?
Yeah, Mackenzie Haley, she's the tallest player on this team. She's really taller than anyone on the Lady Eagles team. They're going to force feed her in the post a lot because that's kind of how they play, is dumping it down to her in the post and letting her go to work. So they're going to keep doing that. So we're really going to have to look at Katie Mayo and Kendall Blackburn to get in front that and stop it quick.
Well, even if the Lady Eagles manage to shut down the post down low against Mackenzie Haley, they have to also work up top in guard number 23, Alexa Hoy, who's averaging 12 points from the arc.
Yeah, she's a really sharp shooter, so the Eagles are going to have to come out and they're going to have to close out really well, not jump and let her drive because she's quick too. So they're going to have to do a really good job of stopping that, and they're going to have to kind of balance out their defense today.
So besides defense, who needs to step up offensively for the Lady Eagles to come out and try to get a win?
I think that when Kendra Levings plays well, then the Eagles play well as Kendall Blackburn and Katie Mayo. Levings is just so good from beyond the arc, and she's really streaky. So when she gets hot, then the rest of her team gets hot, and then just being able to go to Kendall Blackburn in the post, who's so good offensively down there, and just letting her go to work.
Well, we're going to step away, and when we come back, it's going to be the starting lineups and national anthem. We'll be right back right after this on the Eagle Sports Network.
My name is Christopher Sarton. I work at the Museum of the Bible as an AR/VR technician. I use game development software to help program applications for the Museum of the Bible. I graduated from Oklahoma Christian University as a computer science with gaming animation major because I wanted to share my joy of gaming with people. I really enjoyed playing games ever since I was a kid, and I thought it would be a good and interesting way to share my passions with people. There are three things that made me choose OC: my faith, the location, and the degree. I wanted to choose a college that really provided me an outlet to my faith and to grow. And there's not a lot of schools that have that kind of thing, and Oklahoma Christian was one that was pretty close by. The relationships you form and the things that you learn from your friends are really a large part of growing up as a human, and I think that's probably one of the biggest things I learned while at OC. A lot of the faculty were super cool. Professor Harbert's awesome, Chip Cooey, theology department, super cool. Jennifer Bryan is super awesome. She said at the beginning of class, "What do you want to be called?" And I was like, anything? And she goes, yeah. And I was like, oh, Captain America. And she goes, I'm not calling you Captain America. At the end of my time at OC, she actually gave me a coaster that had Captain America stuff on it. Software is always changing. Coding is always changing. New languages come out. The teachers really taught us how to think, how to look things up, and how to critically act on those things that we've learned. And all of that stuff is super useful. It teaches us how to think, how to explore, and how to use what we've learned to make amazing products. My favorite and most interesting things, the things I'm really excited about, are the experimental stuff I get to do. Currently, there's a lot of technology at the Museum of the Bible, but part of my job is getting to explore and develop in technologies we don't even have yet. Anything that lets me breach the realm of possibility and go wherever I want to help develop things that'll make the museum popular, make it interesting, or even help it flourish. That's the stuff that really, I don't know, makes me pretty happy.
My name is Michael Mitchell, and I'm Director of Development here at Water 4, and our mission is to eradicate the water crisis.
I'm Kristen Van Dyke. I work at Ernst & Young, EY now, which is a public accounting firm.
I'm Matt Cole with an accounting firm here in Oklahoma City, so I'm a partner in the accounting services and consulting assurance side.
My name is Jennifer Ray, and I'm the Chief Financial Officer here at Oklahoma Christian University. So that means budgeting, financial planning, forecasting, accounting. I went into accounting primarily so that I could move anywhere in the country that my family needed to go, and I would be able to find a job there. It was about flexibility and open doors. There's always something that can be improved upon or looked at in a new way to try to make a difference.
The goal of getting a college education is to launch a career, right? So it's allowed me to have what I think is a successful career that supported my family, provided us a good living, that's helped me give back to my community.
One interesting thing about accounting, when people find out that I'm an accountant, they either say, wow, you must love math, or, oh, I bet you're super busy in April. And neither one of those things are true. I don't really do much math at all. If I do, it's addition and subtraction or multiplication and division. I'm not really busy during tax season. There's a lot to do in accounting besides tax and auditing.
So I lead the fundraising team here for the organization, trying to fund all of the water work we're doing all over the world. There's nothing we do here at Water 4 that accounting doesn't touch, and we wouldn't be able to do what we do as well as we do without accounting. And it is the language of business, so we work with entrepreneurs in 14 different countries, and not all of them speak English, but accounting is this universal language that we all speak and we all share, and so it gives us the ability to be on the same page about very, very important things in our work, which is trying to get people safe water.
My name's Christopher Sarton. I work at the Museum of the Bible as an AR/VR technician. I use game development software to help program applications for the Museum of the Bible. I graduated from Oklahoma Christian University as a computer science with gaming animation major because I wanted to share my joy of gaming with people. I really enjoyed playing games ever since I was a kid, and I thought it would be a good and interesting way to share my passions with people. There are three things that made me choose OC: my faith, the location, and the degree. I wanted to choose a college that really provided me an outlet to my faith and to grow. And there's not a lot of schools that have that kind of thing, and Oklahoma Christian was one that was pretty close by. The relationships you form and the things that you learn from your friends are really a large part of growing up as a human, and I think that's probably one of the biggest things I learned while at OC. A lot of the faculty were super cool. Professor Harbert's awesome. Chip Cooey, theology department, super cool. Jennifer Bryan is super awesome. She said at the beginning of class, "What do you want to be called?" And I was like, "Anything?" And she goes, "Yeah." And I was like, "Oh, Captain America." And she goes, "I'm not calling you Captain America." At the end of my time at OC, she actually gave me a coaster that had Captain America stuff on it. Software is always changing. Coding is always changing. New languages come out. The teachers really taught us how to think, how to look things up, and how to critically act on those things that we've learned. And all of that stuff is super useful. It teaches us how to think, how to explore, and how to use what we've learned to make amazing products. My favorite and most interesting things, the things I'm really excited about, are the experimental stuff I get to do. Currently, there's a lot of technology at the Museum of the Bible, but part of my job is getting to explore and develop in technologies we don't even have yet. Anything that lets me breach the realm of possibility and go wherever I want to help develop things that'll make the museum popular, make it interesting, or even help it flourish. That's the stuff that really, I don't know, makes me pretty happy.
Making it known that they are going to get into his head. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Eagles Nest. My name is Zachary Payne. Alongside me is my broadcast partner, Will Hadley. Will, Oklahoma Christian on a 4-game losing streak and getting ready to take on a tough Tarleton State women's basketball team.
Yeah, this is a very important game for this Lady Eagles team. They're going to have to get back on track and get a W today. I know it's not the easiest task, as this Tarleton State women's team is very talented. Like you said, they're on a 3-game win streak, so Eagles are going to have to pull a shocker here.
So one way to stop the Lady Texans of Tarleton State is they need to be able to stop number 41, Mackenzie Haley, who's a forward 6'2" senior out of Burleson, Texas. How do you stop her being so dominant, averaging about 15 points a game?
I mean, really, you have to just play really, really tight on her, especially in the post. You have to front her as soon as she gets down onto that block and have someone else to come in and catch that lob on the backside. So they're going to have to do a lot to stop her, and I know that they've watched a lot of film. I know that that's what they've kind of been looking at and working on in practice, so hopefully that can pay off for Coach Finley's Lady Eagles squad.
Well, just stopping her would be a big thing for the Lady Eagles, but they also need to stop number 23, Alexa Hoya, who is very, very good from behind the arc. She averages about 12 points a game. And they're kind of like a dynamic duo, because if Haley gets open down low, they're going to feed her the ball. But if she is not open, they're going to try to give it to Alexa Hoy so she can put up some shots from behind the arc.
Yeah, and that's the thing about having such a strong post presence, is that opens up shots on the perimeter, shots outside. And so, yeah, that's just a lot. They're going to be playing a lot of penetrate and kick game today. And so the Eagles are going to have to play sound defense and not get too worked up, not jump out of the lanes. They really need to play disciplined and tight on defense today.
So out of all the starters starting for Oklahoma Christian, which we will run through here in a moment, who needs to step up for the Lady Eagles?
Really, I think we need to see Katie Mayo, and then like we talked about before, Kendra Levings and Kendall Blackburn. But Katie Mayo was the second leading scorer for the Lady Eagles last year, so she's going to have to come out this year and really match what she's been able to do last year, because she's had kind of a slow start to the season, so she's going to have to really come out and need to perform like she's best.
So besides putting points up on the board for the Lady Eagles, what do they need to do overall, either offensively or defensively, to try to come out with a win here today?
Well, I think they need to do just what they always do, play their game, and they need to play fast. They need to bring a lot of pressure on defense, because that's what Coach Finley likes to do with this squad, is they like to bring a lot of pressure on the defensive end and force a lot of turnovers and they really want to try to get this Lady Texans team in a havoc on offense.
Well, Oklahoma Christian Lady Eagles basketball team is very good about forcing turnovers, but yet sometimes when the Lady Eagles get too fast in motion offensively, they seem to turn the ball over a lot.
Yeah, they live or die by the turnovers. So they're going to have to really kind of once they get those turnovers, once they force those steals, then they're going to have to slow it down, calm it down, and make sure they get a quality offensive possession. And every offensive possession, they need to be playing just as intentionally as they would the first or the last.
Well, stepping out on the floor for the Lady Texans of Tarleton State, you have number 1, Lucy Benson, a forward. Then you have number 2, Kylie Collins, a guard. And then you have number 5, Caitlin Goldery, who is also a guard. And then you have number 23, Alexa Hoya, who we've already talked about, a really good three-point shooter. And then the big presence for the Lady Texans, number 41, Mackenzie Haley.
As Carolyn Lawley will jump for the Lady Eagles.
And the opening tip-off is underway, and it is won by Mackenzie Haley. So Tarleton State will start off with the basketball, as they have it on the right side of the floor and down at their own end, as Hoya already puts up a 3. No good on the shot, rebounded by Katie Mayo. It's now Madison Coyer. Hands it off to Lally, over to Tyra Peck now. Peck gets a screen from Lally, drives up to the top, tries to pass it back down low, and is tipped and stolen away. We have a scramble on the floor, actually, and that is recovered by Haley, so the steal will then go into effect. And then a quick pass over to the left corner. The shot is no good, rebounded by Lally, who dishes it off, and now Madison Coyer brings it up the floor. Wide open Lally, almost put up a 3 instead. Hesitates, starts to drive in, then passes back out to Megan Shelton. Now to Madison Coyer. Nice feed from Coyer down low to Mayo. Nice pivot step by Mayo. The shot too strong as it goes in and out of the bucket.
And as Tarleton State isn't really shooting too well to start this game, Lady Eagles are going to have to take advantage of that before they get hot.
As Hoy now has it at the right corner. Back up to the top. Tarleton State resets. Back over to Hoy in the right corner. Now to number 2, Collins. Collins all the way over to the left side. Pass down low from Glory to number 1,
Benson. Benson loses control of the ball, and it will go out of bounds to be Lady Eagle basketball.
And so after 5 possessions in this game, still scoreless.
As Lally then gives it to Tyra Peck at the left wing. Cross-court pass to Madison Coyer. Now back up to Shelton, back to Coyer. Coyer starts to drive in now, finds a little bit of a lane, lays it up on the right side of the glass and gets it to fall.
Good move there by Madison Collier. Getting to the bucket.
First points of the night from either side, as now Tarleton State has it on the left side of the floor down at their own end. Now Collins drives in, passes it out. Now to Hoy. Hoy starts to drive in. Pass all the way over to the right wing from the 3 from Collins. No good, rebounded by OC. Nice feed from Madison Coyer, a little too strong though. And it goes off of Megan Shelton's hands and out of bounds.
Yeah, that was a really good look by Madison Collier, just moving a little too quickly.
So it'll be Lady Texan basketball with 7:42 left here in the first quarter of play. Hoy with another 3 from behind the arc. Just short. It goes off the side part of the rim. Rebounded by Lally, but Lally tries to pass it up to Coyer and is stolen away by Benson. Now to Collins. Collins tries to pass it down low. It's deflected and stolen away by Carolyn Lally.
Good job there by Carolyn Lally to redeem herself after that turnover.
As Coyer brings it up on the left side. Nice bounce pass from Coyer to Peck. And Peck with the easy layup.
And there's a timeout there from Coach Misty Wilson of the Lady Texans. Huge there for the Lady Eagles.
So we're going to step away and we'll be right back right after this.
What do you think you're doing, Kevin?
Was just gonna drive home.
There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
Like hearing voices?
Like your text-to-emoji ratio?
Oh man, the selfies. Selfie, nailed it.
We all have warning signs that let us know that we're probably not okay to drive. Mine is pretending to be your subconscious.
Craig, come on man, let's split a ride home.
Hey Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Can birds draw pictures?
I don't have an answer for that.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look!
Welcome back to the Eagle Sports Network as Oklahoma Christian leads 4-0 over the Lady Texans of Tarleton State. And that's pretty good to start off the game as Tarleton State has not made a bucket.
Yeah, the Lady Eagles are kind of taking advantage of poor shooting by the Lady Texans.
As Tarleton State has it down at their own end. Pass to number 1, Benson. Benson puts up a shot too strong, rebounded by Tyra Peck. Now up to Coyer. Coyer brings it up on the right side. Nice little spin move, picks up her dribble. Needs to pass it, hands it off to Lally all the way over to Shelton. Almost picked off there on the throw. As now Coyer will reset the play for the Lady Eagles. Tries to give it to Shelton and is deflected by Benson yet again, but recovered. 10 seconds on the shot clock for OC. Shelton with the pass to Peck. Peck almost loses control of it. A lot of risky passes for OC on that possession as the shot from Coyer is no good.
Yes, Collier just had to force one up before the shot clock ran out.
As Benson has it down inside the paint and passes out to Hoy. Hoy drives in, passes it back out to number 32, Caden Fari, who puts up a jumper, no good on the shot. Rebounded by OC, and Coyer tries to pass it down low to Lally and is too strong on the pass.
So 4-0 still for the Lady Eagles. We're 4 minutes into this game, and Coach Finley's got to like what she's seeing so far in this one.
As Fari now has it at the right wing, passes it to Benson. Now to Guillory. Over to Fari.
back over to Guillory, then to Hoy. Hoy drives in with the teardrop layup, no good. Rebounded by Tyra Peck. It's now Shelton. Slows it down on OC side. Quick pass, almost deflected and stolen away, but brings a little bit of a hole as Peck with a quick fastball type pass to Katie Mayo with the easy layup. It is now 6-0 OC.
And this just looks like a completely different Lady Eagles team than we've seen all season.
And it looks like a turnover there on Tarleton State. So OC now with the chance to try to improve their lead. That's Coyer. Gives it to Shelton at the right wing. Pass over to the right corner. Coyer sets the play up, starts to drive in, trying to find a lane, does not find one, hands it off to Shelton. Shelton gets around, and there's a little bit of a screen there. And it's going to be a whistle. Looks like it's going to be a blocking foul on Hoy. So that is the first foul here of this game.
So checking into the game is number 33, Marissa Escamilla, and she will take out number 1, Lucy Benson.
As Coyer tries to pass it and to Lally. Lally just misses the inbound there, and it goes out of bounds, so a turnover quickly for OC.
Yeah, she just couldn't get a hand on that. I think Collier passed it a little earlier than she was expecting.
So now Hoy to Fari at the left corner. Pass to Haley, who puts up a three. No good on the shot. Rebound for Tarleton State. And then there's looks like a reach-in call. And it's going to be on Tyra Peck. And that is going to be the first foul for the Lady Eagles. So now Fari with the inbound. Hoy wide open at the top, starts to drive in, puts up the floater, and there's the first points for the Lady Texans. It's Madison Coyer along the left side now. Gets a screen from Lally, takes it, does not find a lane. Now drives in, nice spin move by Coyer. Over to Katie Mayo. Mayo all the way across court. Now Tyra Peck picks up her dribble, bounce pass to Lally. Nice move from Lally. Gets her defender to fall, but she was too strong on the shot. Rebounded by Tarleton State. So now Fari with the jumper, but there's going to be a charge call beforehand against number 33 by Marissa Escamilla. As now will be Lady Eagle basketballs. Carolyn Lally will get ready to inbound the ball.
As Tarleton State was in a 2-3 zone last possession, but it looks like they've gone back into man-to-man defense.
So now Coyer picks up her dribble at the free throw line, dishes it off to Shelton. Shelton starts to drive in, bounce pass to Lally. Then a floater up to Peck to a wide open Madison Coyer for three, no good. Offensive rebound for OC as Shelton lays it up and in.
Good move there by Megan Shelton as she's kind of fallen away from the bucket to get that one to go.
So it is 8-2 with 3:20 left here in this first quarter of play. A lot of bad passing for Tarleton State as the shot looked blocked on that shot from number 32, Caden Fari. And now there was a foul called, and it looks like it was a very late foul called as the ball already came down from the basket. And Fari is going to go to the free throw line. So Fari's first attempt is good, and it is now 8-3 with 3:13 left here in the first quarter. She still has another opportunity at the charity stripe. And that shot is good. So now Madison Coyer at the right wing. Hands it off to Shelton. A lot of quick passes for Oklahoma Christian as it is stolen away by Fari. Fari along the right side, lays it up. And they're going to say a travel before the shot. So another big turnover for the Lady Texans of Tarleton State.
And the Lady Texans aren't happy about that call, as they are saying that Forey just had a Euro step there, and I think they might be right. That didn't look much like a travel to me.
As Madison Coyer with the quick bounce pass gives it to Levings. Now back to Coyer. Coyer starts to drive in, finds a little nice spin move by Coyer. Then with the nice feed to Kendall Blackburn, the ball goes around the world there and out, but rebounded by OC. Now to Katie Mayo, her shot not strong enough and is then rebounded by Mackenzie Haley.
And that's 8 points down low that the Lady Eagles have given up to just missing those easy buckets. And then they can do a lot better at finishing down the post, as there's going to be a foul right there on Kendall Blackburn, and it's going to send Mackenzie Haley to the line.
As that is going to be on Kendall Blackburn, and that is going to be her first foul of the game for the Lady Eagles. As the first attempt from Mackenzie Haley is good. Makes it a 3-point game and a 1-possession game again. As Haley's second attempt is also good. So now number 14, Callie Boyles, will check into the ball game. That's Madison Coyer. Leads her team with the 2-point lead with 2 minutes left here in the first quarter. Nice pass from Katie Mayo to Blackburn with the easy layup. And that is now a 4-point game.
Nice finish there from Kendall Blackburn. She missed that bucket down low a possession before being able to finish. Now hopefully that can get her going on offense, because she's really who the Lady Eagles need, as that's going to go out of bounds. And the Lady Texans will keep possession. 16 seconds remaining on the shot clock.
So now number 14, Boyles, will inbound the ball. No good on the inbound, and stolen away on the fast break is Madison Coyer. Gets the easy layup. OC's back up by 6. So now Collins passes it to Fari. Down low. On the jumper, no good. Offensive rebound for Tarleton State. No good again on the shot. Rebounded by Kendall Blackburn. On the fast break, nice feed from Coyer to Mayo. Mayo shot no good, but offensive rebound for Kendra Levings. Pass back down from Blackburn to Mayo is too strong, and will go out of bounds yet again.
And that was a really nice pass there from Madison Collier to Katie Mayo. Mayo just didn't really have enough time to get that up and in.
So now Collins gives it to number 5, Gloria. Pass down inside to number 14, Boyles, and Boyles with the nice fadeaway shot there makes it back to a 4-point game. So now Coyer with the bounce pass and is then stolen away by Boyles. And a quick change of events there as pass down low is deflected by, looked like Kendall Blackburn, and out of bounds. So now Carolyn Lally will check back in the ball game, and she will check in for Katie Mayo. So on the inbound to Collins. Collins at the top of the arc, 22 seconds on the shot clock. Pass down low to Benson, back out to Hoy. Hoy all the way over to the right wing, back up to Collins. Collins starts to drive in now, loses control, and it looks like it was tipped. And we have a scramble, jump ball, possession arrow is Oklahoma Christians. So it will be the Lady Eagles basketball with 16.4 seconds left here in the first quarter, and the shot clock has been turned off.
So it'd be nice for the Lady Eagles to get a bucket here, as they're up by 2 possessions. Hopefully they can make that 3 by the end of this one.
So then Carolyn Lally hands it off, and then she is called for a travel. So a quick turnover for Oklahoma Christian. 4 seconds left, plenty of time for the Lady Texans to get a quick shot off. As Collins gets the inbound, 2 seconds. Now to Hoy. Hoy puts up the jumper too strong. And with that, the first quarter is over, so we will step away as Oklahoma Christian leads 12-8.
When I was your age, I was just like you, fascinated by stars. But now I get to search for life in the universe. And who knows, maybe life is looking for us too.
So we're like aliens to them?
Yeah. Does anyone want to be a scientist now?
I do.
Awesome. We need more girls in STEM.
Maybe we can find aliens.
Welcome back to the Eagle Sports Network. Oklahoma Christian leads by 4 as we get ready to start the second quarter of play. Will, what did you like from the Lady Eagles to start the game?
Well, I liked how fast they were playing, and specifically, I liked how Madison Collier distributed the ball. She had some really nice passes, really efficient passes as well, really trying to find the open teammate, not only just open, but open in a position to score. That's the most important part, and she really found who on her team was in a position to score, pushed them into the spot where they were in the best position, and gave it to them there.
What does Oklahoma Christian need to work on going into the second quarter of play?
They just need to keep doing what they're doing, and then what they need to work on is just limiting their turnovers. There's just been a lot of simple mistakes that they've given up that have led to turnovers, and then also finishing inside. There's been about 8 points that the Lady Eagles have lost because they haven't been able to finish in the post.
So Tarleton State now has it inside the paint, passes it out to Collins. Collins drives in, puts up a jumper, makes it a 2-point game now with 9:30 left here in the first half. Madison Collier hands it off to Blackburn. Now Lally has it at the right wing. Back to Levings. Levings, a long three. No good as it goes off the front part of the rim. Good look for Kendra Levings, who can make those types of shots.
Yeah, and Kendra Levings is very streaky from beyond the arc. Once she hits one, then she'll start to hit more and more.
As Hoy now has it along the left side, gives it to Haley. Now to Collins. Dish down from Collins. Inside the paint, had an easy lane to the basket. Instead of putting the shot up for an easy layup, she decided to pass it farther down inside the paint to Benson. It was off Oklahoma Christian's hands and out of bounds. As Collins needs to put a shot up. Passes it to Haley. Haley, high shot contested there. No good on the shot, rebounded by Levings. Oklahoma Christian will try to increase their lead on this possession. Collier starts to drive in along the right side, her shot, no good, but there is a foul, and she went down hard.
This Collier seemed to get up and be just fine. She's going to take 2 free throws and try to make this a 2-possession game yet again.
As Katie Mayo checks back into the ball game for Kendall Blackburn. As now Madison Collier's first attempt at the line is good. Collier now has 5 points, leading the team so far to start this game. And the second attempt is also good from Madison Collier. 14-10, 8:27 left here in the first half. Collins has the ball on the left side for Tarleton State. A long three from Collins off the front part of the rim. Offensive rebound for the Texans. As now Collins brings it back out, fresh shot clock. Pass down low from number 32, Fari, to Haley, who lays it up. No good on the shot. Defensive rebound for the Lady Eagles. As Tyra Peck found Levings wide open across court, but just threw it behind her. And that ball will go out of bounds. Another turnover for the Lady Eagles. So Tarleton State now has it at the top of the arc. Pass down to about the free throw line. Pass back out for a wide open three. It goes in and out of the bucket. Offensive rebound. And then a shot is put up and a foul. So number 33, Marissa Escamilla, will now go to the free throw line. So Escamilla's attempt at the line is no good to try to convert the three-point play. And rebounded by Kendra Levings. So now Coyer starts to drive in, finds a lane, nice dish out to a wide open Tyra Peck for three.
And that is what the Lady Eagles needed. They needed to get their penetrate and kick game going because they've had a lot of open perimeter shots off of that.
That is the first three-point attempt or shot made for the Lady Eagles. As now at the other end, Fari tries to respond with a three of her own. Nothing but backboard there. And then a quick turnover for Oklahoma Christian. So it will be Tarleton State basketball with 7 minutes left here in this first half. Up by 5. As they now have it at the right wing, back up to the top of the arc. Number 11, Jasmine Bailey. Pass down low to Escamilla, who easy layup along the left side of the glass. Makes it a one-possession game again.
And after a quick collision there from Haley and Peck, it's going to be out of bounds. It'll still be Lady Eagle basketball as they're up by 3 points.
So Madison Coyer will inbound it in front of the Tarleton State bench. As now Tyra Peck will start to drive in. Tyra Peck got away with a little bit of a push off there. As Peck drives in, bounce pass to Lally over to Coyer. Coyer starts to drive in, dishes it back out. Nice move by Katie Mayo. Step back three, no good. Offensive rebound. Oklahoma Christian with the reset. Now Lally starts to drive in, back out to Peck. Now to Coyer. Coyer starts to drive in. Nice step back there by Coyer, then starts to drive again. Hands it back off, 5 seconds. Levings needs to put up a shot and is then stolen away by Tarleton State. Asfari with the nice feed to Escamilla. Her shot no good, pass back out to Haley. And Haley's jumper from the free throw line is good.
So now a 1 point game, and the Texans have climbed back into this one.
As Coyer tried to take the screen, instead dished it back off to Lally. Lally starts to pass it down to Levings. Levings tries to save it from going out of bounds and is deflected from the save by Levings and will remain Oklahoma Christian ball. Now Megan Shelton will check in for Madison Coyer. And Kendall Blackburn will also check into the ball game for Carolyn Lally. Nice feed from Katie Mayo to Blackburn with the easy layup. Now a 3 point game yet again. So now Fari over to number 11, Bailey. Bailey at the top, starts to drive in, works against Shelton, passes it back out to the right wing. Then to the left wing, Fari drives in. Her shot looked blocked by Kendall Blackburn on the layup. And OC now has the ball. Megan Shelton gives it to Tyra Peck. Peck for another three of her own. No good on the shot, rebounded by Bailey. So Bailey then passes it to number 5, Caitlin Guillory. And then there's a turnover called on Tarleton State. And with that, we have our media timeout, so we will step away. OC leads by 3.
They call me Maxie, but I prefer tripod. I was your above-average four-legged homie, and then wham, bam, minivan. Some people pity me. Now that's lame. I still run, fetch, and swim. And the ladies love me. I'm the ultimate wingman. Just don't ask me to high five.
When I was your age, I was just like you, fascinated by stars. But now I get to search for life in the universe. And who knows, maybe life is looking for us too.
So we're like aliens to them?
Yeah. Does anyone want to be a scientist now?
I do.
Awesome. We need more girls in STEM.
Maybe we can find aliens.
Welcome back to the Eagle Sports Network. Your Lady Eagles lead the Texans of Tarleton State 19-60 with 4:49 left here in the first half of play. Overall, decent play for Oklahoma Christian besides turnovers.
Yeah, and if the Lady Eagles can limit their turnovers, they would be up by a lot more than just 3.
As Megan Shellen hands it off to Katie Mayo, who then gives it to Peck. Tyra Peck now on the right side, guarded closely by Jasmine Bailey. Back to Peck, 14 seconds on the shot clock. Peck forced to pick up her dribble. Now to Blackburn, back to Tyra Peck. Right side, 7 seconds. Pass down low from Peck to Mayo is intercepted. Brought up the floor by Escamilla for the Texans. So now pass down low to number 14, Boyles, who passes it back out. As Fari tries to drive in, lay it up. Her shot is blocked by Blackburn. Blackburn on the fast break. Lays it up, too strong. Offensive rebound by Katie Mayo. Now to Shelton. Shelton passes to Levings, wide open for 3. Good.
Excellent shot there by Kendra Levings. And this Texan squad better hope that Levings does not get hot from beyond the arc, because when she does, she rains down some serious three-pointers.
As Bailey now has it at the top, gives it over to Fari. Fari drives in, and there's a foul before the shot. And it looks like it's going to be on Megan Shelton. So now the starters for Tarleton State will check back out onto the floor. With 3:36 left, OC up by 6. Collins on the right side, brings it back up to the top of the arc, passes it over to Hahn. Hahn's shot, no good. Rebounded by Oklahoma Christian's number 10, Megan Shelton, who slides and touched the baseline, so it is going to be a quick turnover for Oklahoma Christian. But they are not going to reset the shot clock, so they were going to say no gain or change of possession as Blackburn gets another block. But now a scramble on the floor at midcourt. Jump ball possession arrow is Oklahoma Christian, so it will be Lady Eagle basketball. So now Levings with the inbound to Megan Shelton. As Shelton drives in, hands on the ball, but they're going to say she traveled. And it will be Tarleton State basketball as Collins now brings it up the floor.
Hey, you were talking to Blake earlier today, right?
So now Collins over along the left side.
On the mic?
Now to number 21, Hahn.
Actually, when I was on camera
Over to Gollery, who puts up a shot. No good from behind the arc. Deflected by Levings. And there's going to be an over-the-back call on number 21, Reagan Hahn.
So 22-16 in favor of the Lady Eagles. Collier sitting, so Shelton will run the offense for the Lady Eagles.
It's Tyra Peck now. On the right side. And it looks like there's going to be a foul called on number 5, Gollery.
And that's the right call. I don't know if it's on, it should have been on Guillory or not. I think that it's on, should be on number 2.
The ref is saying it's
Excuse
on.
me, Kylie Collins.
The ref is saying it is on Guillory. And if that is the case, that is Guillory's first foul. So now Megan Shelton will inbound the ball. Nice feed down low inside the paint to Mayo. Mayo with the nice pivot step there. And OC up by 8. So now Collins to Hahn. Hahn brings it over to the right corner. Out to Haley. Haley then overthrows Collins, and is going to be a backcourt violation. So now OC will have the ball down at their own end.
And so now, in for Lucy Benson will be number 3, J.C. Morton, 5'11" freshman from Stephenville, Texas.
It's Tyra Peck. Starts to drive in, nice bounce pass to Mayo, back out to Levings. Levings with the long 3, no good, rebounded by Hahn. Hahn goes coast to coast, pulls up the jumper, no good, rebounded by Kendra Levings. So now Megan Shelton slows it down, 1:50 left in this first half. Shelton with a nice pass down low over to Tyra Peck, quick passing from OC. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Shelton starts to drive in, finds a lane, lays it off the glass, and in. What a shot.
Nice move there. Being able to once again kind of pull away and get that bank shot to go in.
As OC has their largest lead of the evening at 10. As we have 1:14 left. Nice pass down low to Haley. Haley lays it up on the right side. Too strong. Rebounded by Katie Mayo. So now Shelton passes it up to Peck. Peck starts to drive it in to Blackburn. As Blackburn tried to pass it back out and is deflected and goes out of bounds. Will remain Lady Eagle basketball. So now Megan Shelton inbounds it to Blackburn. And Blackburn with the quick jumper, and that's OC's favorite play on
Nice
the
shot
inbound.
there by Kendall Blackburn. She's so good in the post, and she's so just finesse when she's down there and able to finish in so many different ways.
As Haley puts up a 3 from the right corner and knocks that down. That's their first 3-pointer of the night. So now Levings hands it to Peck. Tyra Peck brings it up to the top. Resets, 26 seconds left on the game clock. 16 left on the shot clock. Levings brings it to the free throw line. Back out to Levings now at the right corner. Lobs it all the way over to Tyra Peck. Peck needs to get a shot up. 4 seconds to Blackburn. And they're going to say an offensive foul called on Tyra Peck. So now shot clock has been turned off and will be Tarleton State basketball.
So with 9.9 seconds remaining, you have to think the Texans will take the last shot here.
So now Guillory will inbound the ball. As Collins finally picks it up, has it at the left wing, passed over to Guillory, passed down low to Escamilla. Her shot, no good, rebounded offensively. Yeah, that's the buzzer at the end of the first half. OC leads 28-19. We will be back with the halftime report right after this on the Eagle Sports Network.
A strong tradition of academic excellence, a commitment to community, and a rich history of athletic success, the Lone Star Conference has long been known as a leader in intercollegiate athletics. Now with 19 institutions that embody the best in college sports, the Lone Star Conference is the largest and most dynamic conference in NCAA Division II. 19 members strong, 19 members proud. This is the new Lone Star Conference.
What do you think you're doing, Kevin?
Was just gonna drive home.
There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
Like hearing voices?
Like your text-to-emoji ratio?
Oh man, the selfies. Selfie, nailed it.
We all have warning signs that let us know that we're probably not okay to drive. Mine is pretending to be your subconscious.
Craig, come on man, let's put a ride home.
Hey, Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Can birds draw pictures?
I don't have an answer for that.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look!
When I was your age, I was just like you, fascinated by stars. But now I get to search for life in the universe. And who knows, maybe life is looking for us too.
So we're like aliens to them?
Yeah. Does anyone want to be a scientist now?
I do.
Awesome. We need more girls in STEM.
Maybe we can find aliens.
They call me Maxie, but I prefer tripod. I was your above-average four-legged homie, and then wham-bam minivan. Some people pity me. Now that's lame. I still run, fetch, and swim. And the ladies love me. I'm the ultimate wingman. Just don't ask me to high five.
When I was your age, I was just like you, fascinated by stars. But now I get to search for life in the universe. And who knows, maybe life is looking for us too.
So we're like aliens to them?
Yeah. Does anyone want to be a scientist now?
I do.
Awesome. We need more girls in STEM.
Maybe we can find aliens.
Yeah! Sam, Elmo! Oh, hey, Julia. Are you ready to play band with us? I'm gonna play my clarinet.
And Elmo's gonna play his drum.
Drum loud. Oh, well, you know what to do, Julia.
Julia knows.
Mm-hmm. With Julia's autism, loud sounds can be too much.
But she still loves to make music. Play band.
Early screening for autism can make a lifetime of difference. Find out more at screenforautism.org.
Hey, Kevin, you thinking about retirement?
I'd love to, but I'm pretty busy with all this.
Yeah. Hey, let's meet our retirement coach, Avo. A is for taking action.
Not anxiety?
No, Kevin, you're gonna be fine.
You sing?
Barely. V is for variety.
And you dance?
Sort of. Come on. O is for optimize your savings.
Let Avo lead the way.
Visit aceyourretirement.org today.
Nice.
Welcome back to the Eagle Sports Network. We are at halftime here at the Eagles Nest as Oklahoma Christian Lady Eagles lead 28-19 over the Texans of Tarleton State. Will, great first half for the Lady Eagles.
Yeah, the Lady Eagles, they played really fast. They played tough on defense. They brought a lot of pressure, and they made their defense their offense. You know, they always say that defense is the best offense, and the Lady Eagles proved that as they forced a lot of turnovers and pushed those into points as well. The only thing is the Lady Eagles have more turnovers than the Texans do. So they're going to have to really limit that if they want to stay ahead in this game.
Well, overall, their Lady Eagles' defensive play is really good as they are holding the Texans of Tarleton State to 1 of 11 from behind the arc.
Yeah, that's partially good defense and partially just luck. You know, the Texans not being able to hit from outside, especially Alexa Hoy, who is 0 for 2 when three-pointing is really what she wants to do. So they've gotten lucky, but they've also done really well at closing out on shooters and not allowing them to get too many open shots. I know Mackenzie Haley is the leading scorer for the Texans. She hit their lone three-pointer, and she has 7 points. Those have come pretty quietly, so Lady Eagles are going to have to recognize that and stop her specifically.
Well, besides them just shutting down the three, they're doing really good on the glass as they are out-rebounding Tarleton State 28-19, and Haley is a really good rebounder for Tarleton State, but being able to shut her down has helped the Lady Eagles overall.
Oh, definitely. Rebounding is one of the most important things in this game, being able to get the ball back. So Lady Eagles haven't always been the best at rebounding this season, but this is the game that they've needed to excel in it, and they've done a really good job.
So what do you think Coach Finley is in the locker room telling her players right now?
Well, I think she's telling them that they just have to keep doing what they're doing. You know, not worry too much about having a lead, but rather saying, you know, this second half, it's a new game, right? It's 0-0 on the scoreboard. Go in and play how you've been playing, play hard, play fast, and things will turn out in the Lady Eagles' favor if they do that.
Well, that's going to do it for us here for the halftime report. We will step away and we will come back with the start of the third quarter right after this.
What do you think you're doing, Kevin?
Was just gonna drive home.
There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
Like hearing voices?
Like your text-to-emoji ratio?
Oh man, the selfies. Selfie, nailed it.
We all have warning signs that let us know that we're probably not okay to drive. Mine is pretending to be your subconscious.
Craig, come on man, let's put a ride home.
Hey, Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Can birds draw pictures?
I don't have an answer for that.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look!
When I was your age, I was just like you, fascinated by stars. But now I get to search for life in the universe. And who knows, maybe life is looking for us too.
So we're like aliens to them?
Yeah. Does anyone want to be a scientist now?
I do.
Awesome. We need more girls in STEM.
Maybe we can find aliens.
They call me Maxie, but I prefer tripod. I was your above-average four-legged homie, and then wham, bam, minivan. Some people pity me. Now that's lame. I still run, fetch, and swim. And the ladies love me. I'm the ultimate wingman. Just don't ask me to high five.
When I was your age, I was just like you, fascinated by stars. But now I get to search for life in the universe. And who knows, maybe life is looking for us too.
So we're like aliens to them?
Yeah. Does anyone want to be a scientist now?
I do.
Awesome. We need more girls in STEM.
Maybe we can find aliens.
Yeah, Sam, Elmo.
Oh, hey, Julia. Are you ready to play band with us? I'm gonna play my clarinet.
And Elmo's gonna play his drum. Drum loud.
Oh, well, you know what to do, Julia.
Julia knows.
With Julia's autism, loud sounds can be too much.
But she still loves to make music. Play band.
Early screening for autism can make a lifetime of difference. Find out more at screenforautism.org.
Hey, Kevin, you thinking about retirement?
I'd love to, but I'm pretty busy with all this.
Yeah. Hey, let's meet our retirement coach, Avo. A is for taking action.
Not anxiety?
No, Kevin, you're gonna be fine.
You sing?
Barely. V is for variety.
And you dance?
Sort of. Come on. O is for optimize your savings.
Let Avo lead the way.
Visit aceyourretirement.org today.
Nice.
Thanks.
A strong tradition of academic excellence, a commitment to community, and a rich history of athletic success, the Lone Star Conference has long been known as a leader in intercollegiate athletics. Now with 19 institutions that embody the best in college sports, the Lone Star Conference is the largest and most dynamic conference in NCAA Division II. 19 members strong, 19 members proud. This is the new Lone Star Conference.
Hey, Kevin, you thinking about retirement?
I'd love to, but I'm pretty busy with all this.
Yeah. Hey, let's meet our retirement coach, Avo. A is for taking action.
Not anxiety?
No, Kevin, you're gonna be fine.
You sing?
Barely. V is for variety.
And you dance?
Sort of. Come on. O is for optimize your savings.
Let Avo lead the way.
Visit aceyourretirement.org today.
Nice.
Thanks.
Good evening, or welcome back to the Eagle Sports Network as Oklahoma Christian leads by 9 as we get ready to start the third quarter of play. Will, great start for the Lady Eagles.
Yeah, they've just come out and really played well and kind of surpassed expectations the Eagles fans had for them tonight against this Texans team that has done really well as of recently. And I think it's been a mix of Lady Eagles' great solid play and the Texans' just very poor play today that's led to what's going on here at the Nest as the Lady Eagles lead 28-19.
Well, we lead 28-19. The big thing for Oklahoma Christian is everyone is managing to score. They have not had a lot of that this season at all.
Yeah, that's the thing is when you look at the assist numbers, the Lady Eagles lead 8-3 in assists, and that's what they've kind of had to do this season. As last season, they had the #1 scorer in Heartland Conference history in Addie Clift. Addie Clift is a player that you really only see once in at least 10 years, I feel like. So losing a player of that caliber, they knew going into the season that they're going to have to share the ball a lot more. In each game, you've seen their assist numbers go up, and you've seen them share the ball a lot more. You've seen a lot of the penetrate and kick action and pushing out to those open shooters. The only thing is they just need to work on the shooting itself.
And honestly, for Oklahoma Christian, the person that has had shades of Addie Cliff, but just is hesitant to shoot from behind the arc sometimes, is Kendra Levin. She's honestly the best three-point shooter for Oklahoma Christian on this roster right now.
Yeah, and she didn't really shoot that much last year, but coming into this season, she's shot a lot more, and she shot pretty efficiently. As tonight, she's 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. And for the Lady Eagles, what's interesting is they've only had 7 players so far get onto the court tonight, which is pretty unusual considering, how Coach Finley has been rotating in and out earlier on the season. She rotated a lot because they were playing so dynamic on defense. They were pressing a lot, but she's kind of kept her same 7 in this case in the game the whole time, and it's really paid off for her.
What do you expect the Lady Eagles to do coming out to start the second half?
Well, like I mentioned, I just think they're going to play the same way that they've been playing until the Texans can stop it. That's the thing. If you're doing something and it works, then keep doing that until the other team figures out how to stop it.
As the buzzer sounds, we get ready to start the second half of play. Tarleton State will have the ball. And with that, the second half is underway as Collins gets the inbound. Pass over to Hoy. Hoy tries to pass it down low, and a quick turnover from Tarleton State. Now Coyer drives up the floor, brings it back out, slows it down, moves over to the left side now. Bounce pass to Tyra Pett. Back up to the top. Now to Shelton. Shelton still has a dribble, tries to pass it instead. Scramble on the floor, and it is stolen away, kept by, and it's going to be kept by Madison Coyer. And they're going to say backcourt violation as she went over the half-court line. But to me, it looked like there was a little bit of a change of possession there.
Yeah, you have to have a clear possession when you're crossing the half-court line for it to be backcourt. So that's really up to the ref's discretion. There's nothing that can really be done about that call. And Lady Eagles are just going to have to play tough defense.
As Haley gets a nice bounce pass from Collins, gets the shot up and gets it to fall and was fouled. So Haley will now go to the free throw line to try to convert a three-point play. And the foul was on Caroline Lowley, who now has 2 fouls for Oklahoma Christian here tonight. Kendall Blackburn will check in as Haley converts the three-point play. Now Madison Coyer with the ball and a 6-point lead. Hands it off to Shelton. Shelton with the bounce pass to Tyra Pett. Over to Katie Mayo. Katie Mayo finds Shelton. Looked like she was putting up a shot, instead of trying to pass it down low to Kendall Blackburn, and it is tipped and stolen away. So now, Collins on the left side. Gives it to Benson, over to the left corner. Back to Collins. Now to Gilly. Pass to Haley. Haley at the right side. Quick passes, finds the wide open Hoy for a three-point shot attempt. No good. And Haley with the offensive rebound and the bucket. She now has 12 points for Tarleton State.
And just a very poor start here for the Lady Eagles. They're going to have to start playing a lot better on defense and limiting turnovers, as they just gave one up right there to Mackenzie Haley.
Now to Gilly. To Hoy in the right corner. Back to Haley now. Haley tries to pass it to Benson. It goes out of bounds, and they're going to say Oklahoma Christian basketball, and the coach for Tarleton State did not like that. Thought the ball was deflected by OC.
And so with 7:55 remaining, Lady Eagles are now only up by 4.
As they've been scoreless to start this second half, as Coyer drives in, generates the foul. And Madison Coyer, who's already been to the free throw line once tonight, will go back. The foul was on number 41, Mackenzie Haley, her first foul of the game. As Madison Coyer drains that shot from the free throw line, gets OC back up by 5. So now Coyer's second attempt is good, as she is still perfect, 4 for 4 from the free throw line. So now Hoy gives it to Collins. Back to Hoy, back to Collins. Collins 4-3. Not a lot of space there between her and Madison Coyer, and she manages to drain that shot.
So now just a 3-point game, a 3-point lead for the Lady Eagles.
So Coyer gets a little bit of a screen, does not take it. Has it at the top, now gets the screen. Had a pull-up jumper, did not put the shot up. Instead gives it to Shelton. Shelton drives in, wants a foul. And there was a whistle blown, but it looks like it's going to say be just a turnover. Actually, they're going to say it was deflected by Tarleton State. So 7 seconds left on the shot clock for OC. Bounce pass to Shelton. Shelton drives along the baseline, lays it up on the right side, and is fouled on the shot. So Shelton will go to the free throw line for the first time tonight. The foul was on number 2, Kaylee Collins, her first foul of the night. As Megan Shelton makes the first attempt. And Shelton still has one more attempt at the free throw line. And her shot is up. And it is no good, rebounded by Benson. So 4-point game, 6:59 left. Over to Collins now at the right side. Now to Hoy, back down inside to Paley. To Collins for a 3 in the right corner. No good. Tip goes out of bounds. Last touch by Tarleton State. So now OC will take over. As Shelton has it at the right corner, passes it to Blackburn at the top of the arc. Blackburn wants to pass it down inside the paint to Shelton. Shelton with the pull-up jumper, no good. Rebounded by Collins. As OC is still looking for that first bucket from the field here in this second half. As Benson over to Gilly. Gilly now to Haley. To Hoy, over to Collins. Collins drives in. Quick pass down low to Haley. Haley's shot no good. Tipped out, but rebounded by Madison Coyer. On the fast break to Shelton. Shelton is then fouled and will go to the free throw line yet again.
And that's just how the Lady Eagles are going to have to earn their points this quarter, I guess, is just from the free throw line. Megan Shelton looking to make this a 6-point game.
Shelton was just at the free throw line, made 1 of 2. Foul was on number 23, Alexa Hoy, her third foul. As that bucket was, or that first shot from Shelton was good. So now Megan Shelton, her second attempt at the free throw line is good, and OC now up by 7. So now Hoy passes it up to the top of the arc. Collins now at the right side. Now to Haley, back over to Gilly. Then to Hoy, her shot on the drive-in layup, no good, rebounded by Katie Mayo. OC now back on the offensive side. Dishes it out, now to Tyra Pett. As Megan Shelton starts to drive over, 16 seconds on the shot clock. Now finds a little bit of a lane. Pivot step, fadeaway jumper. Gets the first bucket of the half for Oklahoma Christian. And is now an 8-point game. So now Haley. To Hoy, back to Haley. Starts to drive in, over to Collins. Collins with the 3. Drains that one, her second here in this third quarter. 2-possession game. Coyer driving in. Passes up to a wide open Tyra Peck. Her 3, no good. Rebounded by Tarleton State. So now Collins. Over to Gilly at the right wing. Back to Collins. Wide open. Had a shot. Did not take it, as that would have been from way downtown. Back to Collins. Collins starts to drive in. Picks up her dribble. Over to Haley. Haley for 3. In and out. Offensive rebound, though, for Tarleton State. Now Collins over to Hoy. Hoy, who's been silent. Pass it all the way across court. 8 seconds on the shot clock. To Haley. Haley puts up a shot. There is contact on the shot from Katie Mayo. And that is going to send Haley to the line. But first, we will have a media timeout. We'll be right back right after this.
What do you think you're doing, Kevin?
Was just gonna drive home.
There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
Like hearing voices?
Like your text-to-emoji ratio?
Oh man, the selfies. Selfie, nailed it.
We all have warning signs that let us know that we're probably not okay to drive. Mine is pretending to be your subconscious.
Craig, come on man, let's split a ride home.
Hey, Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Can birds draw pictures?
I don't have an answer for that.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look! Welcome back to the Eagle Sports Network as Oklahoma Christian Lady Eagles lead 35-30 against Tarleton State with 4:08 remaining here in the third quarter of play. Just before the break, Mackenzie Haley put up a jumper from about the free throw line, was fouled by Katie Mayo, and Haley will go to the free throw line. So Haley's first attempt at the line falls, and it is now a 4-point game. As Haley's second attempt at the free throw line is also good. She now has 14 points on the evening. As Kendall Blackburn gives it to Megan Shelton. Now to Carolyn Lally. Back to Shelton at the top. Starts to drive in. Now to Madison Coyer. Pass it over to Tyra Peck. And there is then a foul called. And it's going to be a defensive foul, it looks like, on number 23, Alexa Hoy. And that is her fourth foul, excuse me. And she is now in foul trouble. So Madison Coyer will get ready to inbound the basketball for Oklahoma Christian with the fresh shot clock. We have a little bit of another delay. As now Coyer inbounds it to Caroline Lally, who puts up a three, no good. Offensive rebound though for Oklahoma Christian. Pass down low to Lally, back out to Shelton. Shelton starts to drive in, and then there's a foul called on Caroline Lally, and it is going to be a blocking foul. So Tarleton State now having a chance to tie the ball game up here on this possession, trailing by just 3 with 3:37 left in this third quarter of play. As Gilly then gives it down inside the paint. Back to Gilly. Now to Fari. Over to number 21, Hahn. Back out to Haley. Haley's three from the right corner, no good. Rebounded by Megan Shelton. Nice feed from Shelton to Katie Mayo. Gets it back up to 2 possessions.
Good look there from Shelton to Mayo, as the Eagles have led this whole game still. They're up by 5 now.
As there's a scramble on the floor. As Fari has it, tries to pass it, but they're going to say she stepped on the baseline before jumping up in the air. So a little bit of a break for the Lady Eagles.
And so into the game comes number 2, Kylie Collins, and she'll replace Camden Fari.
And instead of Fari stepping on the out of bounds line, they are going to say it was a foul there, and that is going to be Fari's first foul as she checks right out of the game. So now Katie Mayo gives it to Madison Coyer. Coyer drives in, loses the control of the ball. So it looks like it was deflected. Now Collins picks it up, drives in, and there's contact on the layup from Collins, and it looks like it was on Kendra Leving, so Collins will go to the free throw line. Collins.
Is her first trip to the free throw line. First one's no good, just right.
So now Oklahoma Christian is in the bonus for the final 2:35 of this quarter. As Collins' second attempt for Tarleton State is good, and it is now a 4-point game. So Coyer gives it to Levings at the right wing. Quick pass down over to Blackburn now at the top of the arc. Wants to hand it off to Mayo and does. Mayo picks up her dribble. Nice find from Mayo to Blackburn. Too strong on the layup though. And it is rebounded by Tarleton State, but then stolen away by Madison Coyer. Coyer on the fast break, has the speed, lays it up on the left side, and it is now a 6-point game.
2 minutes to go in the third quarter. Lady Eagles need to put on more steam here.
As Collins with a nice pass down low, back out to Collins, wide open for three. Her third three-pointer of this quarter. Gets it back to a one-possession game, and she now has 12 points for Tarleton State. So Madison Coyer drops it off to Peck. Now over to Blackburn. Down low to Mayo in the post. Back out. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Blackburn back down to Mayo. Mayo needs to put up a shot, and it is then stolen away by Haley. So now a chance to tie the game up as Gilly puts up a shot inside the paint. No good on the shot, but then there is a foul called. And it is going to be on Kendall Blackburn. There's now Megan Shelton and Caroline Lally will check back into the ball game with a minute 6 left. Up by 3. As number 33, Marissa Escamilla, is at the free throw line to shoot 2 as that foul put Tarleton State in the bonus. And the first attempt at the free throw line was no good. Her second attempt also no good. And there was another foul called on Megan Shelton.
And that is a pretty controversial call here in the nest.
And it looks like they are saying Megan Shelton was holding her defender down on the floor so she could not go and get the rebound. But it looked like it could have gone either way, and Coach Finley is wanting a timeout. And you can tell Coach Finley is not very happy. And it looks like we are actually going to keep it here as Oklahoma Christian leads by 2 with a minute 5 left. And Coach Finley not very happy with that call. And it looks like the refs are asking an explanation from the other ref on what she saw.
Yes. Really nobody in this gym that isn't a fan of the Texans was happy about that call.
And in all honesty, from that call, it kind of looked like the head coach for the Texans was kind of confused on it as well.
Yeah, and at that point, it's just, if you're a Texan, then it's just, I mean, why not? we would might as well take that call and get a chance to crawl back in it and be only really down by 1 point at the best.
Escamilla made the first attempt at the free throw line before Coach Finley called the timeout, so she will have another attempt at the free throw line. As we're waiting for the Eagles to check back out onto the floor to resume action here.
And so Escamilla will shoot free throws for the Texans.
She already has shot 1 before the timeout was called by Coach Finley. Made that shot. Her second attempt also good. So now it will be Oklahoma Christian ball. up by just 1 with 1:05 left here in this third quarter of play. Third quarter play has really all been Tarleton State with some big threes from Collins. And a quick turnover there, and Coach Finley is wanting a foul on that and is not getting it. As number 21, Reagan Hahn, passed it to Collins, who tried to pass it down low to Benson, overshot Benson. So Oklahoma Christian will have the basketball with 42 seconds left. So now Madison Coyer gives it to Shelton. Now to Lally. Lally pass down low to Mayo. Nice post-up move by Katie Mayo. Her shot, though, too strong as goes in and out of the basket. And now it will be Tarleton State ball as the ball went out of bounds. So shot clock has been turned off. Tarleton State has a chance to take the lead here for the first time tonight. It's Collins. Gives it to Gilly. Now over to Hahn. Hahn then gives it to Collins. Back down to Penson. Now to Hahn. Hahn for 3. No good on the shot. Rebounded by Katie Mayo. She will control the ball until the buzzer sounds, and at the end of the third quarter, it is a 1-point game. Still anyone's ball game, and we'll be back with the start of the fourth quarter right after this.
They call me Maxie, but I prefer tripod. I was your above-average four-legged homie, and then wham, bam, minivan. Some people pity me. Now that's lame. I still run, fetch, and swim. And the ladies love me. I'm the ultimate wingman. Just don't ask me to high five.
Welcome back to the Eagles Nest. Oklahoma Christian leads by 1 as we get ready to start the fourth quarter of play. The third quarter of play was all Tarleton State.
Yeah, it was, and the Lady Eagles just kind of seemed like they abandoned everything that they had going for them in the first half. So they're going to come out here with kind of a renewed sense of fire in their game that they're going to need to find, and they're going to need to find a way to power through. Like we talked about before, there hasn't been a lot of substitutions, so fatigue has probably been pretty important for this Lady Eagles team.
As there will be Lady Eagle basketball to start the fourth quarter of play. Kendra Levings has it, gives it to Shelton. Shelton loses control of the ball, then gets control of it again. Deflected now on a pass. A lot of the bad passing here for OC as Katie Mayo, pulls up just in front of the free throw line and gets the bucket to fall. So now OC back up by 3. Now to number 0, Erin Brumley. Over to Hahn. Hahn acts like she's gonna pass and then starts to dribble. Gives it to Gully. Gilly then passes it down to Benson. Benson shoots along the glass, too strong. Rebounded by Caroline Lally. Now Megan Shelton. Moves over to the right side. Gives it to Lally at the top of the arc. Now Tyra Peck. Little crisscross action there. Quick pass down low to Megan Shelton. They're going to say a foul called on Megan Shelton. And Megan Shelton did not like that call.
And so still a 3-point lead here for the Eagles. 8:51 remaining. They're going to have to continue to play tough defense.
As Gilly now on the left wing. Passes it back up to the top of the arc. Now to number 21. Over to 0, Brumley. Brumley then to Gilly. Now to Haley. Haley drives in. Looked like a little bit of a charge there. Lally had her feet set and was knocked to the deck. As Megan Shelton now gives it to Tyra Peck. Is now Levings over to Shelton. OC needs to find a way to get down inside the paint. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Over to Lally. Lally puts up a 3 from the left corner. No good, rebounded by Gilly. Gilly along brings it up the center part of the floor. Now Gilly has a 3. Gives it to Hahn. Hahn's 3 from behind the arc. No good, rebounded by Megan Shelton. 7:45 left. OC up by 3. Quick passes down inside the paint to Katie Mayo. Her shot too strong. Rebounded by Gilly. As now Gilly gives it to Hahn. Then to Brumley. Brumley with a jumper. And they're going to say a foul on Katie Mayo. Mayo did not like that call either.
As we're going to have another couple of substitutions. Blackburn and Collier will come in for the Eagles, and then for the Texans, in is going to come Camden Fari.
As that foul is a shooting foul, so Brumley will go to the free throw line, makes the first. And Brumley's second attempt at the line is good. So back to a 1-point game.
As the Texans still have not led in this ball game. Eagles have been ahead the whole game.
As Coyer drives in, dishes it out to Peck for 3 in the left corner. And Oklahoma Christian really needed that bucket.
And it seems that every single time that the Texans cut it close to about 1 or 2, then the Eagles just pull right back ahead.
As Collins almost puts up a shot from the left side. Instead, holds onto it. Now Fari has it at the top. Puts up a 3, and she drained that shot. Quick counter. 6:45 left, 1-point game. OC with possession of the ball. Coyer tries to pass it down low to Tyra Peck and is picked off and stolen away by Haley. Haley then loses control of it. Looks like she stepped out of bounds, but there was no call. Quick bounce pass. Now a quick bucket on the left side, and Tarleton State has their first lead of the night midway through the fourth quarter. It's Tyra Peck now. Gives it to Madison Coyer. Coyer finds the lane, starts to drive in, brings it back out. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Over to Kendall Blackburn. She then passes it down to Lally, and there's a foul called, and it looks like it's going to be a defensive foul. So OC will get a fresh shot clock. So now Madison Coyer will inbound it to Carolyn Lally. Lally, nice move by Lally to get separation, lay it up on the left side. OC back up by 1. So now Fari over to Gilly. Gilly drives in, quick feed to number 14, Boyles, who lays it up. And now we are back and forth. As Coyer gives it to Carolyn Lally. As Levings now on the left side. Pass at the top. Quick pass to Levings, deflected, and they're going to say it was last touch by Fari. As it went off Fari's leg and out of bounds. So OC catches a little bit of a break there.
Yeah, as I think that might have been out on Kendra Levings, but the look that we have from over here isn't too good.
as Kendra Leving has 3 seconds. Coyer needs to put a shot up and does not, and that is a shot clock violation. So now the Texans have a chance to increase their lead.
In the second half, the Texans have just come alive and absolutely dominated.
So now Collins at the top, pass over to Fari. Fari then dishes it down inside the paint. Out to Gilly. Gilly drives in, finds Fari wide open for a 3, and that is good. 4-point game, OC trails. 4:47 left, Tyra Peck gives it to Kendra Levings. OC needs a bucket really badly here on this possession. Over to Madison Coyer, her shot no good, rebounded by Fari. Is now number 2. Collins gives it to Fari. Fari on the right side, her shot from behind the arc, no good. Offensive rebound, no good on the shot from number 14, Boyles. OC gets the rebound down, has a chance with 4 minutes left. As Blackburn has it at the right wing. Dishes it to Levings. Levings finds a 3. No good on the shot. Rebounded by Collins. So now, Gilly passes it down low, tipped, stolen away. Madison Coyer has a fast break on the right side, lays it up, draws the foul, and Madison Coyer will go to the free throw line to shoot 2.
Good job there by Collier, being able to draw that foul. I'm sure she hopes that that bucket could have gone, but we're gonna have a media timeout here, so we're gonna step back. Eagles trail by 4.
When I was your age, I was just like you, fascinated by stars. But now I get to search for life in the universe. And who knows, maybe life is looking for us too.
So we're like aliens to them?
Yeah. Does anyone want to be a scientist now?
I do.
Awesome. We need more girls in STEM.
Maybe we can find aliens.
Yeah, Sam, Elmo.
Oh, hey, Julia. You ready to play band with us? I'm gonna play my clarinet.
And Elmo's gonna play his drum. Drum loud.
Oh, well, you know what to do, Julia.
Julia knows.
Mm-hmm. With Julia's autism, loud sounds can be too much.
But she still loves to make music. Play band.
Early screening for autism can make a lifetime of difference. Find out more at screenforautism.org.
Welcome back to the Eagle Sports Network. Oklahoma Christian trails by 4, but just before the break, Madison Coyer got the ball off of a steal from Oklahoma Christian, and on the fast break went and got fouled, so she will go to the free throw line to shoot 2 to try to make it a 1-possession game here with 3:37 left in the ball game.
And so Collier, if she makes these 2, can make it a 1-possession game, which will be very important now that we're under 4 minutes remaining.
Coyer's already been to the free throw line a few times here tonight. And she's done very well from the free throw line. As she makes that first attempt, she now has 11 points for OC, makes it back to a 1-possession game. As Coyer's second attempt, also good. So now Coyer's gonna check out of the ball game as Megan Shelton will check back in. 3:37 left, 1-possession game. Tarleton State with the ball, having a chance to increase their lead. Over to Hoy. Hoy then to Haley, now to Collins, back to Hoy. Hoy's been quiet in this ball game. Now to Haley, now to Fari. Fari drives in with the pull-up jumper. Nothing but net on that jump shot. Back up to a 4-point game. So now Megan Shelton along the left side, passes it to a wide open Katie Mayo, who makes the easy layup. back to a 2-point game.
And Katie Mayo hasn't really done the best job at finishing down low tonight. I'm sure she's glad that she got that one to go at the right time.
As Hoy gives it to Collins. Collins then bounce pass back to Hoy. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Now to Haley, or to Fari, excuse me. Fari, another pull-up jumper, and she's been on fire here late in this fourth quarter.
And the Eagles have not had an answer for Camden Fari.
As Megan Shelton now starts to drive in along the baseline, needs to be aware of her surroundings. Tries to pass it out to Levings, deflected. Levings gets the ball though. 2:22 left, down by 4. Shelton back with the ball. Now over to Katie Mayo. Now to Blackburn at the top. 9 seconds on the shot clock. Levings along the left side finds a bit of a lane, lays it up, gets the nice finger roll to go back within 2.
That was a really nice move there by Levings and a really quick change of direction.
So now Hoy gives it to Collins. And we have 2 minutes left in this game. Fari, who's been red hot, has it, passes it down to Benson. Benson out to Haley. Back out to Collins. Hoy back down to Benson. Almost stolen away there by Tyra Peck. Now Collins wide open 3. And that shot is good.
And Tyra Peck gambled there. And that led to a wide open Collins able to hit that 3-pointer. Minute 39 remaining in the game. What do you think Coach Finley is telling her squad?
Well, she's probably telling them right now that they need to lock down better defensively. They're doing fairly well the last couple of possessions offensively. They just need to keep trying to attack and get down low inside the paint and getting those easy buckets off the glass like they have been doing. But defensively, they just need to be able to stay on their man and not leave someone wide open like they just did right there.
And theoretically, we're only going to see 3 or 4 more possessions in this game, and the Eagles need points in 2 of those possessions to be able to come back in this game. So, and one of those would have to be a 3-pointer as well. So the Eagles are going to have to lock down on defense, and once it gets really under a minute, if they can't get a stop, then they're going to have to foul.
Well, one thing that is a big factor here late in the game is Coach Finley still has 3 timeouts left compared to the Texans, who have just 2. So hopefully Oklahoma Christian can find a way to get back in this game and make the Texans use those timeouts. As Blackburn gets it with the fadeaway jumper, and that shot is not going to do it. As Collins now gets the rebound and will slow it down to try to waste clock as we have a minute 15 left. Tarleton State has the basketball and a 5-point lead. Now to Benson. Benson loses control of the ball and is deflected, recovered by Collins, who's then tipped and stolen away for OC. 1 minute left, down by 5. Megan Shelton along the left side. Pass down low, tip, and stolen away. And Hoy is going to slow it down and look for OC to possibly put on a trap here.
They're going to have to force a turnover here.
As Collins now gives it to Fari, now over to Benson.
They can't foul now. They've waited too long in the possession.
As another turnover, Katie Mayo now has it, passes it up to Shelton. Shelton needs to drive in. It's deflected from behind and will go out of bounds. So OC still has some life left. What is it? 24.8 seconds. OC has the ball, down by 5. Madison Coyer is going to check into the game. And I'm surprised Madison Coyer was not out earlier within the last 2 minutes of the game.
But now if they score here, then they don't necessarily have to foul right away. They can look and try to get a stop. Shelton, 3-pointer, got it.
What a clutch shot there from the senior. Getting it back within a 1-possession game.
And so right here, look for the Lady Eagles to set up in a press, obviously. And what they have to do is they can waste, at most, they can waste 5 seconds trying to get a steal.
Well, they still have several turnovers to give up. They have 3 turnovers to give right now. So Oklahoma Christian, they're going to try to set up the trap, try to get it inbound or steal on the inbound. But if they don't do that, they can just foul right away and hope that they can do that again.
Yeah, and they're gonna really just try to get that steal. First off, if they can't, then you have to foul because it's just a 2-point game, excuse me. And so just 1 for 1 from the free throw line, which is extremely possible, will give Lady Eagles a chance to tie it.
So Oklahoma Christian coming out with a lot of guards and 1 center, and now Tarleton State is going to call a timeout. And that is going to be a 30-second timeout for Tarleton State, so that gives Coach Finley a little more time to talk to her players on what she wants them to do.
Yeah, it was good that Coach Finley could go out and kind of see what they were setting up in, but I'd imagine that whatever they are going to set up in, they're going to do something a little different now that the Texans have seen what the Eagles are going to do. So now they're going to set back up again.
As that timeout for Tarleton State was just to bring the ball up to their half of the floor. So now a whole lot of room to work with here.
We're more likely going to see a foul right away if they can even get this in bounds.
And it's to Haley and a quick trap and foul.
And that is who they want shooting free throws. She's 5 of 5 so far tonight. Now, even if she makes both of these, that's not over for the Eagles. 14.5 seconds remaining. Excuse me, as there were fouls to give, so it's not going to be free throws. They really want to keep it out of Mackenzie Haley's hands.
So now we have a new inbounder in Lacey Benson. And so there goes a foul to give for Oklahoma Christian. So now, here's an inbound. After this foul, whoever gets fouled is going to go to the line to shoot 2.
And I really think they need to make sure that Mackenzie Haley does not get this ball. And she doesn't, but Fari does, and Fari has been hot to end this game.
As Fari already has been to the free throw line and has made her 2 shots from the line. So hopefully Oklahoma Christian can catch a little bit of a break and have Fari miss 1 of the free throws. As Fari makes the first one, OC still has 1 timeout. So if there is a miss here and OC gets the rebound, a quick timeout could be called. And she does. And there is a quick timeout called by Coach Finley. So we're not done yet.
And so really, once again, there's 11 seconds left. If you can get a quick 2, get the quick 2. You don't have to get a 3 right now. 11 seconds is a lot of time. You don't have to get the 3. So I'd imagine they're probably going to draw it up and get the quick 2 and then foul right away and hope for 1 miss, giving it just a 2-point game instead of a 3-point game.
Here's the only thing that could be an issue for Oklahoma Christian is they have not really been able to get down low inside the paint and have clean shot.
Yeah, that's the thing, and that's why Coach Finley is going to have to draw a play up here in order to get that quick hitter. But you never know. If she feels more comfortable with her team's ability to shoot from beyond the arc here, then she'll just go straight for the tie. And you have to keep in mind, unless they hold it till the end, then that will give the Texans, who have a timeout left, a chance to shoot to win the game.
Could we see Coach Finley's favorite inbound play where she gives it to Kendall Blackburn right there for that quick jumper around the free throw line?
Well, probably not, as they're inbounding from the side here. So I'd imagine we'd kind of see some backdoor screen.
Quick pass to Kendall Blackburn, wide open 3 for Blackburn. No good. Offensive rebound for OC. Back to Blackburn. Blackburn for 3. No good. Another rebound for OC. Quick layup for Madison Coyer at the end of the game. And that is not going to do it as Oklahoma Christian falls short 58-57. But it looks like they're going to come and look to see if there was contact or how much time is left on the clock. It looks like they're going to come and look and see how much time is left on the clock. So this could be a big critical moment for OC.
And so they're looking here now, and keep in mind that you guys at home are seeing the same replay that the referees are seeing, and they're going to try to speed this up, as that's Blackburn's first shot right there. Second one is up. And there it goes in, and that looks like it's at about 0.2.
Looks like 0.2 tenths of a second is left. And if that is the case, look for OC to do an instant foul on the floor to send someone straight to the free throw line.
And I actually, now that I look at it, I think that might be 0.3.
Either way, there is.
And no, they're going to say that that is ball game.
So since that is ball game, Oklahoma Christian will fall short 58-57 to the Texans of Tarleton State, who now have a 5-game winning streak, and Oklahoma Christian has a 5-game losing streak. But we will be right back with the post-game show and interviews right after this.
Coach interview.
When I was your age, I was just like you, fascinated by stars. But now I get to search for life in the universe. And who knows, maybe life is looking for us too.
So we're like aliens to them?
Yeah. Does anyone want to be a scientist now?
I do.
Awesome. We need more girls in STEM.
Maybe we can find aliens.
They call me Maxie, but I prefer tripod. I was your above-average four-legged homie, and then wham, bam, minivan. Some people pity me. Now that's lame. I still run, fetch, and swim. And the ladies love me. I'm the ultimate wingman. Just don't ask me to high five.
Good evening and welcome back to the Nest. I'm Will Hadley. Alongside me is the Lady Eagles coach, Coach Finley. Coach Finley, we kind of suffered a tough loss here tonight. We came out and played so fast, played so well, just caused a lot of havoc on defense. What was kind of the game plan for y'all going into this game?
Well, we knew their post player was very good, and so we were just trying to zone to protect the inside, protecting the paint. And they were missing shots early, but 2 kind of got hot, and then 32 got hot, hitting some shots, and that's going to hurt your zone when they start hitting those outside shots.
And I know that one thing that really hurt in the second half was turnovers.
Yes.
And that's one thing
the
that
whole
this
game,
team has struggled with a lot.
Yeah.
As we look at 18 turnovers for them wasn't too good, but 26 for us wasn't better. What can we do better? I know that's kind of an obvious question.
Yeah, you just got to take care of the ball. We're trying to go too fast, and a lot of times, some of our long passes don't have enough air under them. We're throwing a bullet, and it's going out of bounds when we've got post players out running ahead. You could get a layup if you make a good pass, and we've just got to keep practicing those passes, I guess. I thought we could throw them, but we are really not doing a good job of it, and just overall I think we had a lot of walks tonight. I think some of them were bad calls, and I'm not afraid to say that. I don't know what they're looking at sometimes, But so I think some of those are false turnovers. But if the ref's going to call it, it's a turnover. So, we've got to work on our feeding the post. We're turning the ball over, and we're trying to feed the post, and on those long passes, outrunning the fast break.
Well, Coach, I know we talked a lot in the earlier games about how this team needs to do a lot better in the assists area and sharing the ball. And it looks like from the stat sheet there's been some pretty balanced scoring, and the scoring's gotten kind of more balanced each game. So how's the team been progressing in that manner?
Well, I think we're progressing. We just haven't been shooting well on this. We had 4 straight road games before the break and after the break that we just did not shoot the ball well on the road. And that's going to affect your assist count. So tonight I thought we shot decent. We missed a lot of layups that would have won us the game, obviously. But this team shares the ball pretty well. We look for each other. We just haven't been knocking down the shots during the holidays here.
So the next game is this Saturday at 2 p.m. Versus Texas Women's. So what do we have to expect from that team and in that game?
Well, they're very athletic. They're bigger than us. They're long. They shoot and go to the boards. It'll be, tonight we did pretty good rebounding-wise, but it'll be a tough test for us against them to keep them off the boards. So we'll just have to see. They like to get up and down the floor, so we'll have to get back on defense and make sure we're blocking out.
Well, Coach, I'll let you get back to the locker room.
Okay,
I'm Will Hadley. Alongside me is Coach Stephanie Finley. We'll be right back after this break for the pregame of the men's game.
When I was your age, I was just like you, fascinated by stars. But now I get to search for life in the universe. And who knows, maybe life is looking for us too.
So we're like aliens to them?
Yeah. Does anyone want to be a scientist now?
I do.
Awesome. We need more girls in STEM.
Maybe we can find aliens.
Yeah! Sam, Elmo!
Oh, hey, Julia. Are you ready to play band with us? I'm going to play my clarinet.
And Elmo's gonna play his drum. Drum loud.
Oh, well, you know what to do, Julia.
Julia knows.
With Julia's autism, loud sounds can be too much.
But she still loves to make music. Play band.
Early screening for autism can make a lifetime of difference. Find out more at screenforautism.org.
They call me Maxie, but I prefer tripod. I was your above-average four-legged homie, and then wham, bam, minivan. Some people pity me. Now that's lame. I still run, fetch, and swim. And the ladies love me. I'm the ultimate wingman. Just don't ask me to high five.
Yeah! Sam, Elmo!
Oh, hey, Julia. Are you ready to play band with us? I'm going to play my clarinet.
And Elmo's gonna play his drum. Drum loud.
Oh, well, you know what to do, Julia.
Julia knows.
With Julia's autism, loud sounds can be too much.
But she still loves to make music. Play band.
Early screening for autism can make a lifetime of difference. Find out more at screenforautism.org.
Christian falling just short by 1, 57-58 against Tarleton State. What a tough loss.
Yeah, it was a tough loss for this Lady Eagles squad. I just talked to Coach Finley, as you saw, and she had some good things to say about how they shared the ball, but the turnovers were just kind of a big deal in this one.
Well, turnovers were a big deal in this one, but another thing that was really a big deal was those late calls that were kind of controversial both ways later on in the game.
Yeah, there was a call at the end that would have given a little bit of time if they had the 0.2 or 0.3 seconds, but that really wouldn't have made much of a difference in my eyes unless there was some kind of turnover that went out of bounds. But you never know in basketball, anything can happen. But yeah, Coach Finley wasn't too happy about a lot of the calls. I think there were probably some calls missed as well. But at the end of the day, you can't really look back to those as a reason for losing. And really, like, the Lady Eagles played so well to start the game. They just needed needed to finish, and they didn't really do it tonight.
Well, Oklahoma Christian plays back. The Lady Eagles play back in action this coming Saturday at 2 p.m. here at the Eagles Nest against Texas Women's University. What do we need to look forward to the Eagles going into that game?
They need to limit turnovers, just like that. It's simple. They need to play fast like they've been doing, but they need to play smart with it.
Well, that's going to do it for us here. We'll be right back with the pregame of the men's game right after this.
A strong tradition of academic excellence, a commitment to community, and a rich history of athletic success, the Lone Star Conference has long been known as a leader in intercollegiate athletics. Now with 19 institutions that embody the best in college sports, the Lone Star Conference is the largest and most dynamic conference in NCAA Division II. 19 members strong, 19 members proud. This is the new Lone Star Conference.